You gotta make it happen.
He is an absolute dog.
We just got it done on October 1st, opening day.
He is just a tank.
Since 2018, Grant has been putting the Matthews compound bows to work. If we kind of replay and rewind the clock a little bit, in 2018, Grant killed a fantastic deer, 5.5-year-old buck we called Lucky. Then in 2019, we hunted some brand new dirt. We broke out a DSD buck decoy and Grant arrows a deer we called Teeter. Then in 2020, he doesn't just get it done once, he gets it done twice. 2 fantastic bucks with his archery equipment, one of those being an awesome deer we called K2. And then last year, follows suit, right? This is a deer that we call Buster. He's a newer deer to the farm, and we kind of gave him that name because he's got a couple tines missing, but as Grant would have it, he's got that secret sauce figured out, and he filled yet again another Illinois archery buck tag.
It's the 17th of October. We're making moves. And I hunted for the first time this morning and got goose egged. So today we're moving some cell cams. We're gonna hang a new stand reactive to some sign, and we're just gonna shake things up on this farm. So that is what we're doing. It's early. It's just about 10 o'clock right now. We got down out of the stand about an hour ago, and instead of just kind of sitting by and being idle, we're making some changes. Little mid-season scouting. The farmer opened up this. This used to be a mess, and that gate was shut, but he's opened it up. So we're gonna hang a cam. I'm gonna put a mock scrape up. We've got a perfect post right here, licking branches that you can see right there, and see what we can come up with. So here's kind of one of the neat things is we've like adopted different methods of deer hunting, specifically more reactive style hunting. This is a tried and true set where this man has killed not 1 but 2 bucks over a decoy about right where the truck is. And so in it we've got a pair of Hawk Combats, and we have their helium sticks. What we're gonna do now, pull the sticks. We've got another set of Hawks in the back of the truck, and we'll use that. So as we kind of hunt our way through, it's like a combination of what would you call it, like mobile hunting and permanent stands? Because
yeah, we've got our 5 and 6, you know, tried and true spots where we've killed bucks historically out of, and then we've got new spots that we're just actively trying and saying, you know, this permanent stand's good, but it's about 120 yards away from the action. As you guys all know, you've got to be a little tighter than that to kill them with a bow. So
yeah,
how can we get a little bit? How can we refine those to make them a little bit more zeroed in?
So what we do is we're gonna leave the stands in this tree because we know we'll probably want to hunt here at some point in time. We're gonna pop the sticks, go put these into the other stand that we think is
over a hot scrape,
picking up really good right now, and then when we're ready to come back here, we'll just grab the sticks and make a move. So Grant's gonna jump up there, toss down the sticks, and the nice thing about this method is that the hard part, hanging the stands, is done. So this will literally take us probably 4 minutes, and we'll be able to go and hopscotch. It's very cost effective and time effective.
Voila. There's his old Gary Boy Dickerson. And I don't feel like we have that property that's just like that. All right, everybody. October 28th is the date. We got technically today and then 3 more days left of October until that beautiful, sweet time we all love to hunt.
Are you? Oh. And you shot him with a kill zone? Oh yeah, that Matthews, maybe. He's gonna punch you. Oh my God.
So he's dead.
Congratulations, and I will talk to you very soon. See you.
For the last 3 years, Grant and I have developed this methodology of hunting November, and specifically the whitetail rut in the Midwest. Both of us have had 40, 50, 60 plus hour work weeks, depending on what we got going on. And we would love to be able to just say, we're gonna take 2 weeks off, but unfortunately with time constraints, vacation constraints, we haven't been able to do that. So instead, we've figured out this concoction that we can hunt a ton of days in November, but not get behind at work. Grant doesn't get behind at school, and we've done podcasts about it. We've shared this information. It's worked really well for us, and this year was no different. We had a fantastic rutcation, and day 0, the evening before we kicked it off, Grant gets it done.
It's the start of our rutcation. It's the first half day actually, so I would not call this day 1, but it's like day 0. Tomorrow will be our first full day of our rutcation. I got out of work this afternoon. Garrett and I were sighting in. He just bought a CVA Paramount, and we were sighting it in this afternoon, and it was incredible. Actually, we sighted it in about 6 shots. Believe it or not, there was a couple times that his bullet holes were actually touching. So he got a new Leupold, very similar to the one we put on our 212, our shotgun last year. So we sighted that in, and then we took a shower, hustled out here. We were not actually planning on coming here, but we forgot a little bit of a few of our tree straps for our sticks, so we couldn't go exactly where we wanted. We were actually planning on going and hunting the point tonight with our decoy. Tyson is what we named him. But we're down here in the trench. It's not the greatest wind to be hunting down here, but it's just kind of shifty down here. So with any luck, we'll see a cruising buck or a buck dog and a hot doe, hopefully right by us, and get an opportunity. So here's the beginning of what will be a pretty long stretch of days hunting. And for Garrett and I, we'll hunt today, then 8 days straight, then take 1 day off, and then 2 more, and then that'll get us right into gun season.
We're in the tree. We don't have a ton of time to hunt. We're excited. We're talking about the next stretch of days that we get to hunt with our rutcation. And we finally kind of settled down. We're nestled in. I'm looking one way down the creek. Grant's looking the other way down the creek. And it's been 10 minutes since we've really said anything. And all of a sudden he just goes, "Garrett, shooter coming. This is not a drill."
Do you know what deer that is? Oh yeah. Holy shit. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna shoot him right here in this hole, okay? Yep, that's alright. We know can fix him. Smoked his ass. Smoked his ass, Garrett. Stay on him. He's gonna go down right there. Stay on him. Oh, fuck yeah, I smoked him. I smoked him. He's a big deer. I don't care. You think I'm freaking out here for the score? You can shove that score sheet right up your butt. We talk about that all the time. I don't give a crap. Oh man, he's gonna freaking stop and go down right there. You watch it. You watch it. Punched through to the other side. He's wondering what hit him. Did you hit him? Well, that did not take long. About 90 minutes into Garrett and I's RUTCATION. And like I said, we're on day 0. We killed him at like 4:35. Yeah, we killed him at like 4:35. The shot's a smidgen behind. It's right on that border of the rear lung and the liver, and so he took off up here, but I don't know. Garrett and I saw him coming in, and I was like, man, that deer's got broken. That deer's got broken tines. Like I saw his left side when he's down this draw. I go, Garrett, this is not a drill. This is not a drill. There's a big deer down there. Because I saw this side, this left side, shining in the trees, and it's dead ass quiet right now. And he comes right here to like, I don't know, 12, 15, somewhere in there yards. I thought he was going to come right here into our shooting hole, but he kind of looked up at us right there. And so I shot him. And he whirled around, went up this hill. And I'm sure that he's gonna bed down at the top of this hill and die. So we're gonna give him a little bit of time, and then we're gonna come back. But actually, we're a 2-buck state in Illinois, so I just asked Garrett if he'd like to switch me and shoot my bow. But that's pretty cool to be on day 0 of the RUTCATION and already have a big deer with an arrow through it.
If we would not have forgot those straps, you might not have shot that deer.
So the funny thing is, Garrett and I have been talking about whether or not to come into this the trench all day, and we freaking forgot our climbing stick stand straps to go to Teeter's Point, a place that we've used and killed deer with decoys lots of times. And we forgot it, so we had to come down here. And I just looked at Garrett, and I was like, Garrett, this is not a drill. There's a big deer coming. And I don't know. He said, well, his right side's broken, but I believe I said it in the audio. I'm like, I'm not out here chasing a score or anything like that, so I don't care. Me. It's luckier than shit. Let me tell you this clusterfuck. We've been talking about whether to go to the point and take the decoy with us or come down into the trench. And we were planning on going to the point, literally the point with our decoy. We had them all picked up, set out, and then we realized all of our freaking climbing stick straps are at home in the garage. So we're like, well, we got one option. We sat down in here about 35 minutes ago. He's like a 10-pointer with 4 or 5-inch G4s. He's a nice deer. So either way, we just wanted to call you and tell you that on day 0, Garrett and I got it's about 5:50. You can see the sun has set. We're actually going to back out of here, get out of here nice and quiet, and back up while there's still some light left with all of our camera gear and stuff. So, deer, we think he's dead right up there, but we're just going to play it really safe. It's going to be very cold tonight. It's going to get actually down to the upper 20s, low 30s, so there's no risk at all of the meat spoiling. As our friend Ron Slifer, we've interviewed him on our podcast before, he said something that makes a lot of sense. It's really wise, and that's that a dead deer goes nowhere. So we're gonna give him until the morning, even though there's a chance that he could be dead right now. So. All right, good morning, guys. We're tracking the deer I shot last night, as you can see by the arrow. Just like we thought, it's very dark red blood, which kind of makes sense. We thought we shot the deer in the liver, and that's looking like what kind of hit it is. So there's been quite a lot of blood so far. It's real dark. That deer was shot at 4:30 p.m. yesterday, and currently now it's 9:30, so it's been about 17, 18 hours. So he's dead. We just gotta find him somewhere. Dude, we just got a big one. I love you.
Good job.
Good deer. I was so happy. All that I was thinking about last night when I went to bed was I'm not letting Garrett go first on the blood trail because he's gonna be a little son of a bitch and punk me again. There he is, dead as a doornail. Probably literally 150 yards from our stand over there. We definitely did the right move last night backing off. Yes. He's got good knives. All right, well, we just got him. G-dub. And I put the spot on him. Here he is. Beautiful 10. Big freaking body deer. He's been dead for a while. He's stiffer than the board. I ask would you rather questions on the podcast quite often. And oftentimes I'll ask, what would you do if you see a deer? It's a nice buck, and he's broken. So, for all of you guys that are diehard supporters of us, now you know my answer to what happens if a nice 10-pointer comes walking down and he's got 2 broken tines. Grant Putnam's answer is shoot him. So, the nice thing too is this is a field edge right here, so we're going to be able to bring the truck right in here and go make a visit to Mr. Wayne. And that's pretty much it. Here he is. As you can see from our video, the kill zone did its job last night. And the interesting thing about when we shot this deer was his body was kind of in a C. And I told Garrett I tried to put it right behind his shoulder, and I did. But when he was in that C shape, like his body was contorted when I shot him, I ended up shooting him a couple inches behind where I wanted to shoot him, but still got a lung and liver, which, you know, is a fatal shot. And sure enough, he probably didn't run, I don't know, max of 150 from impact site. So definitely a single lung hit deer. We found our arrow about halfway up the blood trail, and it's just coated in dark red blood, which is always a good sign whenever you're questioning a shot. And then he's got a couple broken tines over there, but that's why you got a studly taxidermist like Wayne Tompkins. So I'm going to go have him, get him fixed up, and we're going to take this bad boy to the truck. But the craziest thing about this deer is we only really have one sequence of pictures of him, so more or less he's pretty random for Garrett and I. And we killed him on day 0 of our RUTCATION. So yesterday, actually, I didn't even take the full day off. I just took the afternoon off. Garrett and I actually sighted in. He just bought a CVA Paramount. We sighted it in with 6 shots at 200 yards, and that's what we did yesterday afternoon. But then we jumped in the tree really quick. Actually couldn't go to where we were wanting to hunt because we forgot some of our straps that go around our sticks to get up to the Teeter's Point stand, which is a stand where we've arrowed several deer with a decoy. And this guy just came walking down perfectly, and it was too hard for me to resist. I looked up and I was like, Garrett, there's a big deer coming right here. And he came walking right down the trail and stopped at about 14 yards. And like I said, we were a little confused on how far back the shot was, because we were like, if we double lung hit him, we should watch him fall realistically. But now that examining him and seeing the arrow and everything, I definitely think we got a single lung and a liver, which is definitely a fatal shot. And couldn't be more happy to kick off the RUTCATION and get a buck down for Garrett and I. So on to the next one. We're going to go take him, break out the outdoor edge, and get this bad boy into the truck, tagged. Well, we're going to tag him right now, actually, but then we'll drag him to the truck and we'll get him cleaned up, and we'll see you guys later.
lucky. I got to sit in a tree with my best friend, watch him arrow a great deer, and live out another season in the Midwest woods. So that's ultimately what every deer hunter's out there for. Family, friends, memories. What more do you want?